versus Alk. And with how Nisha played this in the DPC, I can understand why they would feel that this is the right move. Like Nisha was top net worth in like 1v5 mode, and when you're playing into an Alk, it's like he has a BKB timing where he's stronger than you on Timber, but I feel like if Timber has any decent amount of net worth, which if you're mid, you will,
Wow,
you honestly even beat an Alk like late game. Just because he's a strength hero, you shred through him.
Absolutely, yeah, and so good at hunting as well. You know, it's a very hard hero to punish. So Malik just runs up on Nisha there and places down the little flag in his face.
Deep breaths, buddy. Deep breaths.
That's Chad. And Malik, by the way, was the guy playing like the weird heroes yesterday. He was on the Coddle off lane and then on the Elder Titan. So not playing anything as like weird today, but and then Yatoro was also tipping Malik quite a bit. There seems to be some friendly rivalries going on.
I love a bit of that.
Yeah, puck champ player. So obviously, you know, people know who he is. There's some friends in this game.
Good old puck champ. Good team. Had some really promising performances.
They did. And then they fell off, which was very unfortunate.
They did. Yeah. Rezo trying to fight up for the rune here, but it looks like Deboosters have come in to secure this one, and they will chase away this Wyvern as well. Kill potential looks pretty low though, so I think that said, they're gonna have this stun available from Pleb. He's chosen to get the unstable concoction. A couple more right clicks will be required under the tower. They get the kill. Resolution goes down, and it is gonna be the Alchemist who gets the first blood onto Resolution. Wow.
You know, in a previous patch, I would say like, oh man, Alchemist getting first blood. That's not what you want to see. That never happens. But with Unstable Concoction, I mean, such a low cooldown at level 1 and being so high damage, you actually do see this quite frequently. It's just such a strong level 1 hero.
Yeah, it's only like 14 seconds cooldown, but then it's also starts going on cooldown when you start cocking it up. So it's more like 7 seconds. It's a bit crazy.
Yeah, and like while he's charging, you have to be careful as well. As the suck comes out on the puppy.
Well, hold on now. There's a Pugner in this game. That's not the real suck.
That's right. We need to be careful about who's sucking who here.
We do. We can call this one the link.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So yeah, I feel like as we mentioned, you know, these lanes are going to be pretty undramatic for the most part, I would say. Although Zayats is getting his face kicked in by Pleb at the moment, but Pleb also taking some damage back in response. Resolution just getting the DPS, using that Arctic Burn to the best of its ability.
Yeah, we'll see how this lane progresses. Like, my gut read is that Doom Wyvern seems like a very weak lane, but both of these heroes are fairly different from how they were a few patches ago when they were being picked previously. You know, it's like the Doom is not being played as a mid anymore. This is a 4-position Doom. People are maxing Scorched Earth. Wyvern's been buffed, obviously. He's a core in this game, not a support. So it's like, it is hard to get a read for like how sick this lane is.
Yeah. Zayats could be in some trouble here. The concoction being cocked up once again. Fairy Fire comes out. Will that be enough to save the day? I mean, Pleb's taking a lot of damage in response. Can they get a kill? They can. Will Pleb pay for it? No, he won't. He gets away on a sliver of HP. Resolution chased back under the tower. Won't be dying here, but wow. Oh, he did actually end up going. He killed himself to neutral creeps. All right.
He killed himself, which is fair at this point. Like, you know, if he sends out a salve, it's going to take a lot longer than his res timer anyway, so he didn't really have much of an option. But this lane's going amazing for Deboosters up here. This is an Alk lane, an Alk Pugna, which I think is pretty damn weak. Like, I remember at the Major, a lot of people were saying, like, with the Pugna safe lane, it's a weak laner, and so people would pick heroes to enable it in lane. And it's like, is Alk really that hero? Is Alk that strong at laning? I mean, it's pretty good now with the unstable concoction, but you're still an alchemist, you know? This hero, like, just wants to farm and hit creeps. So winning this lane is pretty huge for Deboosters.
That's a big deal as Nisha in the middle lane. I mean, this is a trade-off, right? They wanted to give Nisha a good time, and they wanted to let him lay the smack down a little bit onto Evo. Was he able to do that so far? Somewhat.
Try again.
Yeah, I think this is a pretty easy lane. Like, Void Spirit doesn't really have enough damage to ever take a Timber down. He just can't pass that threshold of like a Timber's full HP pool.
Oh, they're going on to Rezo in the top lane. Once again, throwing down the acid spray as well as the blast. Rezo duking and jiving through the trees. He's eating his way through. Still chasing. Meanwhile, P1's taking quite a lot of damage from Zayats at the same time. Rezo even turning around for a couple of right clicks out onto the Pugner. And they might actually be able to finish him off. They can get one more hit onto him, but doesn't look like they're going to be able to do so. In fact, P1 even turning around some right clicks onto Zayats. The Resolution is TP'd back to base, so he's no longer a factor. And now they can just focus on running down this Doom. And Pleb, well, he's hungry. Oh, Zayats? No, you don't get away with that.
He blocked himself.
Oh no, bottom lane as well. Looks like Deboosters are trying to get a little bit more here, but Puppey, he's a fast little robot. He's going to speed himself away from this one and to safety.
And P1 just suicided again. Like, this top lane is just use all of your resources and then suicide. It's like there's actually a lot of action in this top lane for it being such like typically passive heroes. That we've not really been looking too much at this bot lane, which is
yes.
It's about even. Both sides are farming decently down here.
Yeah, the heroes in this lane are actually allowed to hit creeps because they're not constantly trying to murder each other.
That's right. There's less murder in this lane. Well, never mind. Maybe not.
Oh, yeah. Still.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
They're still clicking each other. Oh, Chrysalis. That was close. That was close. Did have a fairy fire, though. Little sweaty. Hope he's got a moisture wicking gaming chair to get rid of that sweat.
Chrysalis has boots on Weaver.
Oh.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Really valuing the move speed in this lane.
I guess to stay away from the Dawnbreaker and the Razor, it makes a lot of sense, but we dare look away from top lane for more than 2 seconds.
How dare
we will
we?
be punished for it.
That, you know, for all we know, that could have been a suicide too. Just, you know, given how this lane is going, it's just suiciding and murdering and all sorts of death action up here.
It's violent. I'm talking about violence in the middle lane. It looks like Evo is really starting to be shut out. Now that Nisha is 6, he can't come close to this creep wave, and Nisha is making sure he knows that. He's hammering the message home. Top lane, P1 in some trouble here. Zayat's going to be able to bring him down, but in comes Pleb. He's got that stun, but I don't think by himself he's got enough damage to really bring down Zayat here, so will just be a bit of punching.
Fortunately, though, the Doom did push out the lane while going for that kill, so at least Pleb will get some farm as... Holy crap, Nisha is taking a lot of farm on this mid lane. Good lord, his CS just basically doubled with that creep camp. And he protects the catapult, too. So...
This guy's doing it all.
Yeah, it's good chip damage. Denies the rune. By denying the rune, I mean he took it, but he doesn't have a bottle, of course, so he doesn't really care that much about this rune. Put a lot of pressure here, and there's really not anything to deal with him currently on the side of Deboosters.
So what can be the answers to this Timbersaw? It looks to be really starting to take off in this game. I mean, I'm always looking towards the Spirit Vessel, the Shivas, the Skadis, but all of those items seem like a pretty faraway dream in this kind of game.
Yeah, and the question is, like, who gets the vessel too? You know, like, I guess Void Spirit, as he actually is rotating towards top. Doesn't want to lane against Timber anymore.
Understandable.
Yeah, Evo's there.
All right, I guess I'll kill Zayats. Remnant is going to miss, though, and yeah, not really connecting with any of their spells. Zayats just running around, but eventually he is going to lose his life. Evo once more, but unfortunately, the Sunlight doesn't quite land onto Resolution there. So he'll be absolutely fine.
It does leave Nisha to be completely solo, completely free from the mid lane. He's just going to chip away at the tower. Yeah, he doesn't really need to go to these side lanes and push these towers just yet. He can take mid. That's a really high value tower versus Alp, because then you can get access to the triangle, stop him from taking Ancients, which presumably there will be some stacking starting fairly soon for Deboosters, I would imagine.
Look at Evo here. He just steps too close to Nisha and automatically loses most of his health. Nisha does use a lot of mana for this one. But Puppey's joining the party as well as Void Spirit dukes downwards, so Nisha turns his attention towards Mad Frog, but Mad Frog's okay. He's under the tower.
It's a weird, very weird chase.
It is a bit.
Puppey's just trying to force Evo to use spells here. He's just being annoying. This is like the definition of pressure, as Nisha is actually pressuring in the jungle too, just trying to steal the Alk stacks. Yeah,
always what we want to see versus his Alchemist. Try and punish him, but Nisha's getting a little bit low, and the cavalry are coming. P1 and Mad Frog just chasing him away. Get off our lawn. Evo sees a doom. Not much he can really do about that one at the moment, though. Pretty low mana. It's a messy game, I would say, but I think Secret are okay. They don't mind brawling, especially against an Alchemist.
Yeah, this is the way you deal with Alk, is you have to contest his jungle. I remember back in the patch where Alk was considered to be like the most OP thing in Dota. People tried pushing towers against it, and it didn't work, and then everybody started just running at him in the jungle, and it seems like that's what Secret is. The idea that they're pushing forward in this game too is that like they could have easily ran niche at any of these towers and take them with the full team, but they want to pressure the jungle and take the stacks. We'll see if that's the right call in this game, because I'm not actually 100% sure. It's been a while since I've seen Timber versus Alk.
Yeah,
Timber's not so popular these days.
No, he definitely isn't.
Fallen off a little bit.
Yeah. Why is that, do you think?
I think that, I mean, the nerfs, you just feel them. The biggest thing is the Timber chain. It's really short. If you do the math on like how much distance you're losing for how many times he Timber chains in the game for that -50 distance, it's like, it's a lot. It's thousands. It's literally thousands. So
Swimming pools.
Yeah, it actually is. It's like some Olympic swimming pool length. It's insane.
But not gone.
I still don't quite understand why we use that as a metric for saying how big things are.
I mean, there's a lot of them that don't make any sense. You use stone. What do you know?
Oh, yeah,
That's probably the dumbest measurement.
And we committed to it as well, as Mad Frog could get cut down in the top lane. Now a Sad Frog, unfortunately.
Yeah. He's trying to just sit up there and soak and get some XP. Dawnbreaker ult in, which he does not have yet. He was trying to get his 6. Gets punished for trying to soak. You know, poor supports.
Klep moving in here with the stun onto Zayat. As P1 just getting blown up by Nisha, but not actually, as P1's going to get the life drain off and heal himself up quite a lot. So a little bit of I mean, I don't want to say misplay from Secret, because they're just pressuring. They're not really minding if they get kills or not. Maybe they can turn this around onto Nisha, though. Do they have the damage to bring him down? A little mini Timber chain down to the low ground. I'm about to save it. Oh, what a Winter's Curse coming out. They will obliterate their teammate. Eva gets taken out. P1's follow as well. Zayad's looking pretty low. Can he survive through this? Or will they finally get the kill they came for? Yes, they will. And Mad Frog's going to celebrate by just dancing on the cliff. Nisha sees a camp and thinks, I'll go farm for a bit. He doesn't care.
Yeah, this is a classic Alchemist game. They're Timber versus Alk.
They keep committing so much to trying to kill Nisha, and they just don't kill him. In fact...
he's not going to go for it.
Yeah, low mana.
Yeah, Secret, they just don't care about towers. Like, at any point, they could have committed for the tier 1 mid or the tier 1 safe lane, but instead they want to contest the stacks. And like I said, I'm interested to see... I mean, it looks like it's going very well, but I also think that they're pressing their spells very well. Like the Winter's Curse on the last fight was extremely impactful. On 4 heroes, sets up for the Doom as well. So it is getting to the point where probably Secret wants to start closing in the map and taking towers. I guess the reason that they're not, largely, is because who does tower damage? Like, none of these heroes really do tower damage. Like Crystallis, I guess, at some point, but not now on a Weaver.
Not yet. Yeah, that's the one hero we haven't really seen so much of, is the Weaver. He's just having a good time, vibing in the bottom lane. In his zone, moisturized, hydrated.
It suck, though.
Oh dear. Yeah, Evo's being bullied a little bit here. Doesn't have any cooldowns to work with at the moment, but does have a big old stick, which is going to pop to keep him surviving a little bit longer until his next round of spells is available, and they will now be coming up again. But guess who's in the neighborhood? It's his best friend, Nisha. Hey, buddy, remember me from the learning phase? Yeah. Oh, no. This is like when your bully at school rocks up and he's not a failure. He's got a nice car, and you're like... Oh.
Driving a Bugatti. It's like, God damn it,
God damn
Brent.
it. No justice in the world.
Please tell me he stole it. Please tell me he stole it. God damn it, he earned it.
Oh, man, he's an investment banker now.
He is, yeah. Speaking of Bugattis, Pleb is actually doing very well, getting quite farmed. The only person above him temporarily was Nisha. Almost has that Sacred Relic. which once you have that, I feel like once you have the Radiance, I mean, this is very obvious, but like Alk oftentimes has like a little bit of a net worth advantage, but then once you have the Radiance, he's just twice the net worth of the next guy. That's how it seems right now. Up until that point, like, it's just a lot harder to farm.
Yeah, like, it'd be nice if he was a little bit higher, but alas, I'll bring up a cool stat in a minute, but not before Mad Frog is going to get cut down. So yeah, the cool thing about Alchemist is that you can actually, like, they've added a cool stat to Spectral, where you can check damage per gold on heroes, and Alchemist's damage per gold is like 0.6. So for every amount of gold he has, that's how much damage he's going to do, 0.6. Meanwhile, you know, stuff like Ursa, you know, Weaver and stuff, they've got much higher. They're over 1 damage to gold ratio. So that kind of gives you an idea of how much further ahead Alchemist needs to be in order to output the same amount of damage into fights as these other carry heroes.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. You can definitely feel that in the games as P1 slowly and pathetically going down, like the true position 5 he is. But no, you can oh my god, Nisha, leave him alone just for 1 second,
Come on, man.
Did you not hear that damage per gold stat? This man needs to farm. Leave him alone.
Pleb just waving those shovels around. But Nisha not taking the hint.
Cool.
Yeah. Doesn't feel cool though.
No. You know, that's why it's cool on Alk that you can give away Aghanim Scepters, because, like, obviously, you know, Winter Wyvern's damage per gold is going to be much higher. Oh, speaking of Wyvern, he's dead.
He's very dead, yeah. See you later, friend. It's going to be another death for Resolution here.
And Rezo does have his Witchblade, so he is surprisingly farmed. Like, I really do feel like Winter Wyvern, once you have items, speaking of damage per gold, like, the hero is legitimately one of the best carries in the game. If you can get to the point where you have the Daedaluses and the Aghanim Scepter and stuff, because you just can't get on top of her. She's like a way better sniper.
Yeah.
It's just getting to those items that's the difficult part. And once you have the Witchblade, you have actual kill threat.
Doom out in the bottom lane. Yeah, they're going to use it here. Hook shot across from Puppey just to get in the neighborhood. They want to try and bring this guy down about halfway through the Doom right now. He might survive this if he can get away. Resolution, Zayats, and Puppey all giving chase right now. Doom's about to end about 1 second, but he jumps forward with the Centaur Stomp with the Cogs as well, and that will take down the Void Spirit a little bit closer than I was expecting, but they do get the kill regardless.
Yeah, Clockwork is a bit clunky when it comes to creep waves, I feel like. Oh, Pleb, he's looking for something. He's got the Radiance.
There's a Puppey. This is a nice little kill for him if he can get it, and I'm not sure Puppey's getting away from this one. No hook shot available, so it will just be the Clockwork falling, and oh yeah, farm up those cogs as well. Might need some help here, and that will come in the form of a reverse suck, a spit from P1, but P1 is going to go down here to Nisha. Meanwhile on the sides, Mad Frog, he's entered the fray, and that was his mistake, as he's going to get cut down by Zayats.
Pleb is just out. He just ditched his team. He's like, all right, you guys are on your own, bro. He's an Alk. I get it. He needs to keep farming. He's got the Radiance. Casually showing up to fights with the Radiance is cool. You can sometimes get kills, but really it is a farming item. Like, I think the Blink and the BKB are much bigger timings for Alchemist. They're gonna try a Nisha.
Not again. This one never works out, but maybe it will this time. Who knows? Nisha, Timber chaining around, manages to find a nice little exit through the trees there, and now they look around onto the Alchemist. Can they kill him off? Look at the damage coming through onto him. And now the Winter's Curse as well. They will throw down that ultimate for the Dawnbreak. That's where the help at all. They kill off Pleb, and now they'll go towards Resolution, trying to get some revenge. Mad Frog trying to swing on in here, and they do have the magic damage to cut through the Cold Embrace. Malik popping the BKB at the very last second here. He's going to survive for now, but not for long, as he gets killed off as well. Mad Frog on a slither of HP, still trying to fight him. That's not going to happen. Puppey will die as Evo gets the kill, but what is it going to cost him? I'm not sure. Meanwhile, the suck out on to Zayats. Evo's still alive for the time being, but finally Crystal is turning up to a fight here, looking to get engaged onto this one, and that'll allow him to take down Evo and Nisha. He's looking for more. He's hungry, he's thirsty, and he is going to eat. P1 falls as well. 4 dead on the side of Deboosters, and the Alchemist did die at the start of this one as well, only recently respawning, so we can call it what it is. It's a team wipe.
I think the only reason Crystal showed up to that team wipe is because he had a Deso, so he wanted to get charges. Other than that, he was super comfortable just farming on the other side of the map. I actually like the Deso pickup from him. I feel like this is going to let them be super aggressive early game and continue pressuring. And we've talked about the fact that they severely lack tower damage.
Yes.
Timber can tank towers, but he can't actually take them himself. Even the Yag Shard is kind of sus for like it's not that good at taking towers, especially after the nerfs. But Deso Weaver, like they can start being aggressive and taking towers.
Apologies to anyone that wanted to watch a Pugna die, but you're sick, and you don't deserve to watch that. We'll watch the fight instead.
That's right. How dare you? How dare you want to poor position 5 Pugna? I like that they just right-clicked the Razor down through the BKB. They're like, dude, this guy's so low, just kill him. Malik felt pretty strong there. I've seen Razor more often than not, 20% HP turn with the BKB and actually just murder the entire enemy team, but he's like a little bit too low. Turning into a bit of a stomp after the last couple of engagements. 9k gold lead for Team Secret against an Alk too.
Yeah, it's absolutely not looking fresh and funky.
Maybe a bit funky, just a little bit. Nisha's being pretty funky in this game. Yeah, I'm feeling the funk from him.
Yeah, he's feeling the funk, that's for sure.
He's not fresh though. He's rotten. I mean, he's playing Timbersaw. That's come on.
Moldy hero.
Toxic hero. Moldy to the point that it's toxic.
Absolutely, and keeping neck and neck with the Alchemist here is a pretty big deal.
Evo? Puppy has the hook. He's just looking though. Like I love the puppy. Yeah, there it is.
He finds him, and now it's going to be the Void Spirit taken down in the trees. No escaping this one. The Doom onto the Void Spirit just means death every time, it seems.
Instant TP towards mid. They want to keep pressuring. Both supports TP'd here. Like Secret are not letting up any pressure.
Exactly what they need to do as well. Playing against the Alchemist, don't give him a chance to turn this one around as Puppy going to come hook-shotting in here onto the Alchemist, 3 inside the cogs. Oh, pleb, he gets torn apart. Malik trying to get up onto the high ground as well. Does a little spin and a high 5 in the process, because why not?
Deep breaths, bud.
Cute.
Deep breaths. It's gonna
The chat lines, man. I can't focus with those chat. You hear one, it's like, what? Is this even a team? Some like pro player has like a div to, I don't know, Zimbabwe region
Where
chat
did you
line.
find this?
It sounds so crazy. Yeah, it's like, where? Have you heard the Slap? It's from Made in Philippines team. The Slap chat line. It's a good one.
Interesting. Yeah. I've definitely seen their chat lines around, but
Yeah, they've got good ones. A lot of the SEA ones are incredibly good.
yeah. So yeah, just to fill you in on the actual statistics, Alchemist's gold per damage ratio is 0.7. Meanwhile, Timbersaw's is 1.1. So the fact they're equal in net worth is a very bad sign.
Huh. 1.1. That's pretty good. I feel like the hero does scale very well with farm. Like it's a lot better of a carry than it used to be. Particularly because like the Ag Shard means that you have this double slow between the Chakram and the Ag Shard on supports. So you become like a backline jumping hero once you have this. Whereas before, people would just kind of get BKBs and run away from your damage. And you weren't really like a backline support killer because you didn't have the Ag Shard. So
yeah.
it makes sense. Like this hero's late game is actually incredible.
Yeah, he's got options. One of the heroes which Valve blessed and said, hey, you know what? You're gonna have a shard which is gonna increase the things you're bad at rather than just amplify the things you're already good at. As they move forward here, they're going to try and make a play on Deboosters here onto Zayat on the Doom. Can they finish him off? Looks like they can, but not before losing P1. Look at Christus on the backline, just chunking heroes, getting to the bit. But look at that damage. Oh my god. Run away, Deboosters. They've lost 3. I think they might be losing 4 here as a flamethrower burning the ass off Mr. Pleb here. And there comes those Desolator DD hits. Oh my god. That was a very bad timing there for the Deboosters.
Yeah, Deso DD Weaver. I don't think you're ever fighting that. Like no matter what your timing is, Weaver with that item and a DD, he was legit like 2 or 3 shotting people. Even tanky heroes like the Alchemist. I mean, it's a 7 armor hero. Zayat's also survived this fight for quite some time, surprisingly. Like legit just the Glimmer Cape plus his stats, because he's Doom. He's just kind of tanky, 3.7 strength gain. He did not have the BKB at that point. It was legit just his stats plus the Glimmer.
That'll do it. Oh He'll do it.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Bit of a beast.
Yeah, now he does have the BKB. So if the same thing happens in the next fight, it's not going to go remotely as bad for him.
Pleb, though, under the tier 2 tower. P1 trying his best to use that life drain on his teammate, but it's not going to work. And now the Doom and the Winter's Curse thrown down onto the Razor. Deboosters just lose 4 in the blink of an eye. Oh my god, it might be a bit over.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
yeah. This is turning into a shellacking here as Rezo diving the base.
He's having
My
a bit of a duel
boy.
here. Oh, Zayas, come on, buddy. This is a 1-on-1. What are you doing?
He wants a full team wipe, but he wants to do it on his own as well.
Dire's bottom
My man's a
tower
lone
is under
wolf.
attack.
There's 2 wolves inside you.
Yeah.
Dire's bottom
He's
tower
feeding the
is
bad.
fallen.
He's feeding the bad one. He's even spamming his own chat lines. He's got his own chat lines from TI. He's spamming it. He's definitely not feeding the good wolf, bro.
Yeah, that's bad wolf energy for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Huh. I'm not sure what the play is for Deboosters at this point. It's just the
I like
nature of
this.
Alchemist.
Right. They're just running at them. They're just like, screw it. If we're gonna go out on our terms. Fight till the end, baby. Let's go. And they're gonna try and bring down Puppy here. Macro gets on top in the swing of the hammer, takes down Puppy. Meanwhile, Pleb trying to juke Chrysalis around the trees here, and unfortunately, not really managing it. This Weaver, he's far too quick and tricky to be able to get away from. So Malik also gonna fall. Winter's Curse out onto Evo as Nisha gives him the spinning flamethrower maneuver. That's a neat trick. Chrysalis getting a little closer. He's going back in as well. Goodness gracious. Secret having some fun with it.
Yeah, he's feeling comfortable. They're just farming for rampages at this point. Nisha wants one, Chrysalis wants one, Resolution also feeling a little insecure because he's got 2 cores that are, higher net worth, stronger than he is.
Dire's middle tower.
Dude, what happened to that flag? The face just disappeared.
Yeah, it's
Dire's middle
not
tower
lasting long.
has fallen.
Interesting.
Heck?
An invisible
Okay.
flag. Spooky.
No.
Dire's middle
Ghost
tower.
flag. Not
No,
much.
that's RNG.
Dire's middle
That's right,
tower
that's right.
has fallen.
Oh, they're jumping back
Okay.
in here as well. The fake back, the El Clasico maneuver. As Pleb gonna look over towards Nisha. The stun's gonna stop him from getting to the low ground, but does he really care? Not really, no. And they'll force stuff him out to safety. And Nisha will be a pretty little pineapple once again.
Yep, they're all okay. I think the only guy that can die on Secret is probably Puppy. But of course, considering he's standing behind the rest of the players with a machete, I don't think that he's going to be allowed to die from his team. So I think that actually they can't kill anyone for Deboosters. Maybe the play is to do a 5-man smoke, kill Rezo, tell him to take his shirt off or whatever happened yesterday, and then GG out. Maybe that's the play.
Radiant are scanning.
I don't know the context, but I'm not sure how I want to know.
Are scanning.
It was real hot, and there's some all chatting going on. He was told to take his shirt off,
Okay.
and of course,
Fair
the
enough.
sexy beast that Rezo is, he did indeed take the shirt off.
Nice.
I made that part up. I actually don't know if he did. Let's just
I'm just
pretend that he
inclined to
did.
believe you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, a bit of high-fiving going on. No, he's even timber chaining him, Damn,
Dude, look at the flag. I get. Oh no. On the stream it's fine. For me, it disappeared.
Oh, spooky. Their HPMs are very high right now, really farming these high fives.
They should make it so that when you get level 25 on Timber, the Timber chain actually pudge hooks people.
Well, whilst there's peace in the base, there's violence outside of it as they try to jump on the Alchemist here. Once again, Mad Frog trying to save his teammate, but it'll be a sad Frog as he ends up hammering his own teammate to death. Chrysalis going to run in with the right clicks there, and they bring down Pleb and Mad Frog. They will get the TP out at least on the 3rd hero, but meanwhile,
Yeah,
what's going on in the
P1
base?
got out. That's Chad. Are they really gonna go on Nisha? Come on, dude.
No!
There was a
Well, you've
truce.
broken the truce. Now you deserve to die, Malik. I'm sorry. It is what it is. It was a fragile agreement, and it does get broken.
Oh no, support's gonna die for him, and then also he's gonna die. Yeah. Okay.
very low on Evo here. He is going to use himself up, but when he comes back down, it will be with a bang as he dies. And Grizzle is just tearing through Pleb with a BKB, trying to survive, but it's not happening. He just wants one kill. He just wants a kill resolution, but they don't have the solution to him, and he is going to survive. And there's another 4 heroes dead. As Secret will look to finish off this game.
Dire's middle tower.
At least Pleb taunted before he died. That's something that he's got going for him. So showing that he doesn't really care. He's got that IDC vibes, you know?
It's important.
It's really important.
Next to your team here, they're looking alright. A couple of smiles here and there. Their expectations were realistic coming into this, right? Like,
You know what?
Big smiles.
At least playing against Team Secret, and you know that Secret's having a fun time. It's like, all right, maybe they'll scrim us because they, you know, they like us. It's good vibes.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Nice glyph, GG.